The Elden Ring DLC is literally right around the corner. There's even more information that we know now that we didn't know before, so here are 5 easy tips you can do now to prepare for the Elden Ring DLC. Obviously, you're going to want to get to the Mog's Temple in order to access the DLC. We now know all 8 confirmed new weapon types that are being added to the DLC, and they look amazing. I highly recommend you save up some larva tears, that way you can respec your character any way you want, that way you can actually make some really fun builds using these new weapons. And to clarify, the larva tears are a finite resource you can find throughout your playthrough in the Lands Between that will let you respec your stats at Rennala whenever you want, assuming you have enough of the resource. But what about your starting DLC level? Well, that depends on preference. A lot of people are already going to have maxed out builds. For example, my character is level 125 and I plan to stay level 125. Those that got to actually play the DLC a little early stated that the characters they got to play as started out at level 150. So I'm thinking anywhere between levels 120 to 130 will probably work. If you plan to PvP, I would stay within the 120 to 125-ish range, that way you can easily get matched up against others. But really, it is preference. If you're good at these type of Souls games, then clearly you can go in at a lower level. If you're not so good, maybe you want to level up all the way up to 150. Either way though, if you are under leveled, one thing you can easily do once you do get to Mog's Temple, I'm sure by now everyone knows this farming spot, but the Albinaurics down here, you can easily kill all these guys, get tons and tons of runes, and level up easily. Although it is nerfed compared to how it once was, it still works really well. So definitely get to the level that you need to be now. Before the next tip, quick plug, I am hosting a Fashion Souls Elden Blend contest for the DLC once it drops, where you can pin your looks against others, voting done by you the viewers, and a chance for some prizes like Steam gift cards and more. Link in the description down below or a pinned comment for more details. The next tip is kind of a no-brainer since you will be finding your physic flask and upgrades along the way, but there are some very powerful effects here between increased stamina, extra poise, increased mana regeneration, all kinds of stuff in between. You can really power up your builds, so definitely make sure you have the ones unlocked that you want to have for the DLC. Especially if you're a caster, that free mana one is pretty intense. Tip number 4 is one that's going to be dealing with stories. We have no idea how the base game storylines will affect things in the DLC. It may have no effect whatsoever, or it may have some really cool endgame stuff that we don't even know about. Like right now, I'm in an area you can only access following Ronnie's quest chain. So I highly recommend if there's any really fun quest lines that you want to finish, do so before you do the DLC, because it may affect things. We just don't know yet. And tip number 5 is to make sure you save your upgrade stones. I know on this file I don't have that many, so when I go to upgrade my equipment that I get in the DLC, more than likely I'm not going to be able to upgrade it to max, which would really suck if you want to use that weapon right away to its full potential. So definitely make sure you save some. I'm sure there'll be plenty of upgrade items that you can utilize in the DLC regardless, but it's always nice to have them in handy. And this also can apply to other resources and consumables in game as well. As a quick bonus tip that I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, but this is going to be your first time playing through the Elden Ring DLC story. Have fun with it. You only get one playthrough for your first playthrough for these types of games. They're always a unique experience, so try not to rush it. But who am I to tell you how to play? I'm Ronan. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Like and subscribe for more. I will be live streaming, hosting more Elden Blend contests, and all kinds of stuff in between. So definitely subscribe if you want some more Elden Ring content in the future. Take care.